Hello, and welcome to the first ever episode of Hotline Love, a special edition of Hotline Leagues. It's a spin-off. We're doing it this week ahead of Valentine's Day. You know, a lot of lonely gamers out there, a lot of gamers that are in relationships. You want to know how to find love, how to make relationships work, how to date, how to explore who you are and who someone else is. And that's why we're bringing you Hotline Love tonight. Got two lovely co-hosts with me for this evening. We'll be taking your calls throughout the evening. First off, we got Mark Zimmerman. Mark, what is your love experience like?
Minimal. I've been in a nice long with my girlfriend almost 2 years.
There you go. He's got 2 years, everybody. That's more than probably a lot of you. Next up, we got Ovilee.
I'm 27 years old too. How much info do we need to keep on?
Ovilee.
I'm 27. I'm straight. I'm
all right. Ovilee,
a male. I don't know. What else do we need?
Ovilee, what's your love background?
Well, I have 2 body pillows. I used to have 3. One was turned into a prop for a bet on the dive. One of my body pillows is of Jibril from No Game No Life, and the other is a duo-sided JoJo body pillow, one of Dio and one of Jotaro.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say I'm pretty experienced.
Gotcha. Yeah. It sounds like, I mean, you had 3 body pillows at one point in time. You're a bit of a wild child, is what I'm hearing.
I am. You know, you can't contain me.
Yes. Well, we'll see how this show goes tonight. I do want to give
a shout out. What about you, Travis?
What? Oh.
Yeah, Travis.
What's your resume?
Well, listen, everybody. I've been through it all. You know, I've been in relationships. I've been out of relationships. I've dated. I've abstained. I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot I can share with everybody, just based off my various experiences this evening, and I'm looking forward to doing so. It's going to be great.
We can give you some solid advice.
I do want to give a shout out to Ateo, who is sponsoring this. I hit them up yesterday and said, we're doing this stupid show. Do you want to sponsor it? And for some reason, they decided to. So actually, we'll do a bigger ad for them. But if you are in the chat right now, you can do !Ateo. Yes, they made the hoodie that Mark is wearing in collaboration with Doublelift. But if you do !Ateo, you can enter a giveaway that we're doing. There's also a link in the description of the YouTube video if you're watching it. And right now you can use, through Valentine's Day, you can use code AteoLove for 10% off your orders. I'm wearing their new bomber right now, which we will discuss later as the show progresses. I don't know what's going on with your green screen, Ovilee.
I just don't think you set the key right.
Okay, well, hopefully that gets better as the show goes on. Shout out to Captain Flowers in the chat, by the way. If Captain Flowers, I don't know what your love situation is like, but if you'd like to call in, we'll be happy to take your call, give you some advice that you need. We should say at the start of this that none of us are qualified experts in terms of any kind of education. None of us are psychologists. Take this advice at your own risk.
This is 100% layman to layman.
I've watched a lot of romance anime. Okay. I'm the pro here.
I watched a season of The Bachelor, and I'm in the middle of the most current one. I'm keeping up with it. So
really, we've just got a ton of advice.
Have you seen Flavor of Love?
Yes, I watched Flavor of Love growing up, and Rock of Love, and all that VH1 dating garbage, and MTV dating garbage, like Next, if you remember Next, or Date My Mom, or all that shit.
Okay, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that much.
All those like mid 2000s horrible dating shows on MTV and stuff. I got those on lock.
Yeah, I just rewatched all of Flavor of Love, so come at me, and I got your ratchet ass advice.
Okay, I'm turning off your chroma key because it's just flashing too much.
All right.
You know, Nicola's husband worked on Flava of Love or whatever. You can talk to her about it sometime. Let's get into the show. Mark, do you want to explain how the show works?
No, because I don't know how this show works. Okay. But here's our best guess. We'll be taking calls from people for advice on dating, relationships, if they're seeing someone, if they're going through anything. We're trying to keep this PG to PG-13. This is not a sex education show or anything like that. We already said we're not going to be answering those kinds of questions. But anything relating to dating, how to act, all the stuff that doesn't happen explicitly in the bedroom, we'll probably be down to talk about. If you want to come on the show, I'm spamming Discord link right now in Twitch chat. Go ahead, join up there. You've seen Hotline League. It's basically the same idea. We're lazy, and you're just going to go in here and you're going to join pleb calls and the voice channel. Once you're there, you can mute yourself. And then in pleb topic, go ahead and post whatever it is you need advice on, and we'll go ahead pull you into the waiting room where when it's your turn, we'll do a quick audio chat, pull you into the call to chat with Ovilee, Travis, and myself.
I love how many people were getting to come out. So Captain Flowers in the chat. Marn showed up. Great. I'm happy to give you advice, Marn. We saw, Chan Man was in here as well. It's going to be great.
I'm surprised these people need dating advice. I thought Chan Man was married.
I mean, listen, here's the thing. Just because you're in a relationship, and this is the first bit of advice I'll dole out, doesn't mean that it's like a great relationship. And maybe this Valentine's Day, you're spending a lot of time thinking about the current state of your situation. And if you want to call in, we can definitely, we can talk about it. Maybe give you some guidance. What are you doing, Ovilee?
Someone said turn my light off, but it looks worse if my light's
turn your
on.
light on. Ignore
Yeah,
those
don't
people.
listen to step one of Twitch chat. Don't listen to Twitch chat.
Fedmeister is here too. Romance advice. I've got. Come to the right place. Okay, so Fedmeister, if you want to come on the show, that's good too. If by the way, any mutuals can like message Mark on Discord or something if we got any celebrity call-ins this show. If you are a sub, by the way, first off, shout out to you. Thank you for being a sub. It also gives you access to the subtopics chat on Discord. You can put your topic there, and we'll do this. Now, again, we're looking for advice here, not not rated R stuff. Somebody earlier put in chat, one of the chats, I bought some girl a hot chocolate and she still won't. Wait, that didn't work. She still won't F me. So,
What the fuck was that?
He's trying to be CC Dragon. He just fucked up so bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bought this girl hot chocolate and she still won't me. Did that work that time?
That was better, yeah.
Okay.
Do I get one of those?
Well, I can't. I can't time it. I just have the button. So.
All right. Well, predict.
Yeah. Anyway.
I got some people in the waiting room already. I don't know.
Do we? Okay. Well, let's. By the way, I love that Rico Suave is in the waiting room. That's gonna be great because of his name. All right. Why don't you go ahead and run off and grab somebody?
What do we talk about in the meantime, Travis?
I'm gonna read off subs because that's what I do while we wait for Mark in these situations. I'm very curious to see how this. I'm a little nervous. I'm not normally nervous, but. All right.
It's gonna be great.
Mark has returned with a frequent Hotline League caller, but first-time Hotline Love caller, Rico Suave. Rico Suave, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Just hate the snow.
Just what? Oh, hate the snow. Because you're in New York, right?
Yeah, it's just a combination of snow and rain. So,
Yeah.
gotta be careful where you step.
Well, I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that somebody named Rico Suave is calling in for advice. I feel like you're the type of person that could coach us, but I understand, love is a battlefield. We all have to figure it out together. So, what do you want to talk about on the show tonight?
So, yeah, I have no problem getting with girls at all. Not trying to sound cocky, but the one issue I normally come across is across a girl I actually really, really like. I have this tendency to just be completely nervous. I start awkward quietness, or I try to force a conversation, and it's just weird because this girl could be very dorky. I enjoy being around the person. What the hell? If it's somebody I don't care, it's very easy for me to do what I have to do. But when somebody I do care, it's just I strike out all the time.
Yeah.
My question is, what would be your advice to I guess get nerves out and to still be you and not be the person you want them. Not to be the person they think they want to be with.
Yeah. So sorry, is this a single individual or is this just in general whenever you meet somebody that you really care about?
So I just recently started dating somebody that I really care about, and we're actually gonna go on a second date this Thursday. And
congratulations.
Like, in the back of my mind,
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck up at some point, and I got to figure this shit out now.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Here we go. Yeah. What do you got for us, Mark?
what question? Do you like do different things with the people? Like the girls you're not interested in, I don't know how you're meeting them or like the kind of dates you go on, but are you going on the exact same kind of dates with this, like the girls you're interested in? Like, is there any difference other than you like them or don't like?
With the girls that I don't really care so much about, I normally just do the same thing, take them out to dinner. I end up kissing them the first night. With the one that I actually really care about that I'm dating now, I haven't kissed her yet. I've really taken so much time to actually get to know her and like take my time.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I feel like that's good. And it really shows that you care about somebody whenever, you know, you're not like looking to rush it or whatever, because I don't know. Mark, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm working on a plan right now. As Ovilee,
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing.
Ovilie's like fucking eating cookies or something,
Yeah.
as opposed to helping with the show.
Yeah.
Listen, for Valentine's Day, I eat chocolate and cookies. What do you do?
Okay, we're not
well, I
talking about that right
don't
now.
crinkle plastic into a microphone. That's what I don't do.
I muted myself.
I know, but just that last second. So I would say maybe the dinner thing is a little too much. Like if you just have to be able to hold conversation with them for like, you know, depending on how nice the dinner is, like 2 hours. And if you really like them and you get flustered and you mess it up, there's nothing else to fall back on. Whereas if you're doing like a more activity-based date, maybe you have that thing to fall back on, so you don't need to keep the conversation going the entire time. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
Yeah. So I think, okay, here's the thing. First off, you know, I think it's really great that you're nervous, because it means that you really care about this person, and it's great, by the way. Congratulations that you get to go on the second date. I think,
Thanks, man.
yeah, I think that if you want to conquer the nerves, you just kind of have to do the best that you can to like chill out beforehand. You know, so first off, like before you go out on a date, make sure you try to like distract yourself, like play a game of League or watch a show or something to take your mind off of it. Because if you're gonna like, if you let yourself build it up so much, like you'll get more anticipation going into the date. You'll be in a more nervous wreck. So just like try to accidentally stumble into the date from like a bunch of other things that you were doing. Keep yourself busy that day and keep your mind off of it as best as you can. And then on the date, you know, I think just try to like I did a video last year where I was talking about how like you can kind of interview in every situation. I'm not going to say you should just like swarm her with a ton of questions, but the nice thing for you is, you know, depending on how talkative of a person she is, you can ask a question here and there and sort of let her like spend most of the time talking. So, you know, ask her what she likes to do. I mean, you probably did this on the first date, but, you know, try to learn more about her, and that'll keep her having a good conversation flowing. And then, you know, you can relax a little bit more and just make it a little bit more natural. Ovilee, what do you got?
I've never dated a girl before.
Okay, just okay. Imagine you're
Dating a man.
Okay, listen. I feel like I'm probably, you guys are the great advice givers. I'm probably the one who's just going to give bad advice.
No, but like if you're nervous before a date with a guy, like what would you do, or if you're worried about being nervous, or do you never get nervous, Ovilee, on a date?
For dates? No, I'm always the one who scares the crap out of boys.
Okay, so
but okay, so I have.
Like what if the guy is nervous on the other side of the date? Like what advice would you give to like somebody you're gonna go on a date with and they're nervous or something?
Just like calm down. The worst thing that's gonna happen is she doesn't want to date you, and it's like you're still probably super young. I didn't hear how old you were, man, but like there's so many other people out there. See, I'm the negative one. I'm the negative Nancy here.
Ovilee's advice is get ready for it to go bad and understand that it'll be fine if it goes bad.
Listen, okay, here's what you should do. If you're getting nervous before this date, let me tell you what you should do. just sit down and watch like the first 10 episodes of Ore Monogatari, all right? It's called My Love Story. It's a cute little romance anime about this tiny little girl and this huge-ass guy. That huge-ass guy is always nervous as fuck when it comes to talking to her. But eventually he works up the nerves, saves her friend from a burning building, and asks her out.
So the advice Ovilee has for you is find her friend and stick her in a burning building and then save her.
Yeah, don't do that.
It sounds like I'm the one that's supposed to start the fire, but
Yes.
okay. Well,
Don't start a fire. Do not start a fire. Do not stick anybody in a building burning. Don't do any of this stuff, okay?
I mean,
but do keep your mind off of it. Stay chill during the day. Try not to think about it. You know, end up in the date. Understand that, like, you're probably going to go, I don't think you're, you know, an old man like me, so you're probably going to go on a ton of dates over the course of your life, and this is just another one of them. And, you know, be prepared to, like, ask her questions about herself, learn more about her, and again, if she's spending a lot of the time talking because you're asking a lot of questions, I think you're going to be okay. Mark, what was your advice?
Mine was I don't know how good a dinner date is. If you can pivot maybe to something else, you know, if she likes something, like,
Yeah, but
if
it's
she
too late.
likes
He's already got a
bowling.
dinner date planned on.
Yeah,
Thursday.
it's too late. I know, probably, but like, make it through this one on the third date. Maybe change it up. I don't know what you did for the first date. What'd you do for the first date?
the first date we actually instead of doing dinner, because dinner isn't cheap in New York City, I decided to take her to a tea house, and I got to know her a lot.
That's cool.
That's cute.
Yeah. And where? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna ask you where, but I mean, I think you'll be okay for Valentine's Day. We all believe in you. Right, Ovilee?
Thanks.
I do. I believe in him because he took her to a tea house. It's cute. It's adorable. That's weeb as fuck.
Anyway, any final thoughts before we move on, Rico? Anything you want to say or shout out?
Just a quick follow-up. So I guess what would be like your top question you would want answered in the first date to decide whether or not like follow up with, you know, for a second date?
Wait, sorry. What's a good question you should ask?
What would be your go-to question to kind of be able to be the deal breaker, whether or not you're going to go on a second date?
Well, so
I mean, have you asked what they're looking for? Because I think that is often a deal breaker. If people are being honest, you know, what they're looking for. Like, I'm looking to get married. It's like, okay, I'm not looking for anything serious. And if you are, like, those are usually pretty big questions. But, like, you can ask them in a tactful way early.
yeah, I think that's a good one. I think I assume do you know if she likes video games?
No, but
Does she like anime?
No, she's very dorky, and I'm surprised she doesn't like neither one of those things.
Okay, well, it sounds like
can
you've
change
already
her.
got the answer about whether or not you should go on a third date. That's a joke. No, I mean, I think making sure that, like, maybe asking her how she feels about video games, like, if whatever is your big passion in life, you know, make sure that she doesn't have anything against it, because that's going to be really hard for you to navigate if that's the case.
It'll be fine.
Never
I can give you-
compromise your own passion for love.
Yeah.
You should show her this VOD on YouTube whenever it goes up. That's a good idea.
Don't do that. All right.
Do that.
Thanks so much, Rico. Have a good one.
I just realized I don't think I've been on a date.
Okay, stop. We need to pretend like you know
Ovilee,
what's
I'm gonna.
going-
Ovilee, if your next piece of dating advice also includes a reference to an anime, we're kicking the show.
Oh.
Okay.
You have to give one piece of advice that doesn't have to lean on anime tropes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try my best.
All right. Off you go, Mark. Shout out to Bobacola for gifting a bunch of subs, Surge for gifting one to Yuna, Project Cream Pie for 11 months. Interesting name for the show. Bobacola gifting to Hitstreak and Ovilee, Sword.tm, Lacrimosa Lorray, Human Shoes, Jordan at 15 months, Raging Pianist at 7 months, XX Acra gifted 5 subs to people. That's awesome. Thank you, XX Acra. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being my Valentine. BMAX723, thank you for the Prime. Dr. Manhattan for the bits. Penguin Ninja 1408. Marn. Thank you, Marn, for the prime. I'm happy you pay me back. I'll pass them along to the players that probably think you owe the money. And we've got Striped here on the show. Striped, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Santa Barbara, California.
Santa Barbara. Okay, so close by.
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay, great. So what, do you go to the college there?
I work at an IT security.
Oh, gotcha.
Not in school anymore.
Nice. Well, what do you want to talk about on the show tonight?
Okay, so I'm a little nervous because this is kind of personal. I don't talk about it a lot.
Okay.
I am asexual.
Okay.
So I don't really date. I've tried a few things and it's just kind of turned me off. And I usually don't relate to feelings as good as some people. But I like people and I hurt them. So my question is, what's the easiest way to send the right signals from the beginning or friend zone properly? That sounds weird, but like I've had situations where like guys, girls like show interest and I just feel awful about it. And I just don't know like the best way to avoid that situation.
So the big issue that you're dealing with is people become interested in you, but you're not interested in something more than friendship. So you have to sort of figure out how to navigate that. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in a way that's not insensitive,
Yeah.
which I'll tend to do just because of
All right.
my personality type.
So, serious topic, but I'm going to make a joke about myself. People never express interest in me, so I don't really know how to help you on this. So we're going to kick it over to Ovilee, who I'm sure, you know, as an individual who, over the years being into anime and gaming, has probably had to deal with a lot of people who were interested in her and had to figure out how to navigate that. Ovilee, what do you got?
Well, I was actually trying to take his topic semi-seriously and trying to think back to the experiences of my friend from high school, who was also asexual, because he struggled a lot with expressing kind of like his own feelings as well, although he wasn't really able to pinpoint the fact that he was asexual until I think halfway through college. So I'm trying to think more in terms for your own personal experience, because it's just different. Like if you're just a girl or something and everyone's like, ooh, girl, come to me or something like that, and then kind of like your own personal thing. So I'm thinking on that.
Sure. I
So
imagine that
if
you
Mark
also
has
have
anything immediate, Mark can jump in, but I'm...
I got.
Our
I think
internet might be
Discord's
choking up.
No,
right now.
it's Discord because I was getting it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stripe, let me ask you this: how has it gone? It sounds like you're asking this because it's gone wrong in the past. Maybe it hasn't, but like, how has it gone wrong? I'm wondering. Like, was it that you said you're not interested, and then they felt rejected, and then didn't want to be your friend, and so like you completely lost the relationships, or did it like what? How did it go?
So it's varied a little, but like there's the occasional like awkward, like you're at like a small party drinks get together and it transitions into like physical touching and then like not something. And this has happened for guys and girls, but like either way, like it like occasionally will like escalate into something that's just like, oh, I did not mean to do that, and then they feel like, yeah, I don't know. But there are other situations like at work. Yeah.
Oh man, Discord.
It's been a while.
Discord is just choking itself tonight. Come on, Discord.
Yeah, it's ruining the show. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, not you. It's Discord.
It's Discord itself.
Yeah.
Because what I was hoping I could say was like, maybe I know you said you feel really bad about it when something like this happens, but like if the relationships aren't getting ruined, then as long as like you're continuing on as friends and like you show that it wasn't a big deal to you, hopefully they understand it's not a big deal, because it's probably more common. It's less common to have it happen to them. So for you being the one in that situation, you kind of have to like quote unquote control it, I think, by being like, listen, it's not a big deal. It's just like not what I'm interested in or something. Like I don't know, but if you can make it seem like not a big deal to them, hopefully they can take it that way.
Yeah, I think the other thing is just make sure that you understand that you don't. I understand how like an awkward situation could occur, but hopefully you don't feel any sense of guilt or whatever, because it is not. You have no responsibility to get involved with anybody. Like just because somebody gets a vibe or something, or they decide they're interested in you, doesn't mean that like you have some sort of, you owe them anything or whatever. So understand that like you don't owe anyone anything, and you shouldn't feel guilty if you have to tell somebody like, hey, I'm not interested. I think that's really important to know. And I don't know, Ovilee, do you have other thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of have two ways that you could kind of go about it. One way, kind of like how Mark was saying, just be upfront, just be open about it. Like, hey, I'm not really feeling any of this or anything that's going on, or this is kind of who I am and this is not really what I do. And then, so that's one, kind of like the honesty and being open. And then the second one, which is one that I usually kind of go to if people are just kind of coming at me, is I like to joke about things and try to laugh things off. So if I have guys come up to me and just be like, hey baby, you want some fuck? I just tell them, haha, sorry, you like girls with dicks or something like that. And then they'll usually leave me alone. Or you just try to make a joke. And then I've done it before. College was weird, man.
Yeah, I'm just imagining, I just can't see that one working for Striped. I don't know.
Well, that's just an example. You can find a different one. But a lot of people like kind of dealing with harsher things so that's one way that you could try to make it more comfortable for you, and then also like a little bit more comfortable for the person that you're interacting with, or just totally throw a curveball at them, depending on like if you want to have any interaction with them in the future, or if you don't want to ever see them again.
Right. Well, I'm assuming, Stripe, these are mostly people that you enjoy spending time with, and then they get the wrong idea, right? So you probably wouldn't want to like completely burn the bridge, like.
Yeah, I'm largely an extrovert and love most people, but I don't love them.
Yeah.
Right. Is this something that you are like open about? Like, do your close friends know? Like, or is this like something that no one really knows about you?
So my close friends know, but I don't talk about it a lot because, like, my parents are super crazy about it, and like, when are you gonna have kids? When are you gonna get married? And I don't like want to. I don't know. That's gonna be how do I break that to them? And then even some of the friends that do know, they're like, oh, it's just a phase, or like you'll find someone eventually. You just haven't met the right person. So like even they'll just like throw it off as like he's lying to me.
Yeah.
Which is just like, okay, fine. I just don't want to talk about it with you.
Well, first off, I'm sorry you had to deal with that shit, because it's really frustrating. Sounds like you've got a good head on your shoulders about everything, though. But I can imagine that's a pretty shitty
It hasn't
experience.
bugged me too much, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's maybe I don't know how these things go, because it's not a situation I've ever been in. But I've turned people down, and like you just try and be cordial, nice about it. Like, hey, like, thanks, but I don't see you that way. Like, you can even say I'm asexual if you're comfortable telling that person that, and be like, I really like hanging out with you. You're super cool, but like I see you that way, and I want to keep being your friend. And if they, lop off the relationship from there, then like you don't have to feel bad about it, because it was ultimately their decision that they didn't want to keep being friends, something like that.
Yeah. Hey, Striped, I don't know if we did any, I think we're terrible at giving advice despite doing this show as a parody, but hopefully that helped.
I don't know.
That helped, and thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks. I think just talking about it has helped me, so.
Good. I'm glad.
Cool.
Yeah, have a good one. All right, moving on to the next caller. Let's see where we got. We got OPTSM fan for 12 months. Happy 1 year, Travis. Been a 1 year of us just being amazing together. How appropriate that it's right next to Valentine's Day. I hope you picked a great place for us this year. I can't wait. Ooh, keep up the great work, man. Keep proud to support you. A little nervous about that one. Bobacola, thank you for gifting us up to Butters. Shiny Froky for 12 months as well. I love you, Mark and Ovilee. Okay, well. Bobacola gifted to Ethan. And we got Hippo Squirrel on the show. Hippo Squirrel, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the frigid wastes of Chicago.
From Chicago. Okay, good. How's Chicago? What's dating life like in Chicago?
Well, it's not dating so much as being married.
Oh, all right. Well, let us open up here. You know, let us know what's going on with you.
So my wife and I are both gamers, and we've been playing League for several years. But I've been hard stuck in Silver 2, and she has gotten better year over year to the point where she's, peaked at Plat 4. And at this point, it's so difficult for us to play with each other because of the skill gap that the last time we duoed, there was kind of some drama.
Oh no.
And so now we can't really duo together.
Well, I'm sorry your marriage is doomed. No, I hear you, Hippo. This is a tough one. I will admit I'm not very good at video games, and often find myself attracted to women that are better at video games than I am. So I can understand the disconnect. You know, I think for me it's about trying to find this transcends. So this transcends not just like marriage and relationships, but also, like I am usually the worst person at video games in my group of friends, and it is really unfortunate because they all want to, play, and I'm just like failing. So I think it's about finding stuff that you guys can enjoy together. Like, have you considered ARAM?
She's not too hot on ARAM,
Okay.
but I guess we could try it.
Nexus Blitz?
My question is, was the source of the drama the fact that like you were costing her LP, like when you guys duo together and stuff?
No, it was me. I just got really frustrated with doing poor.
Ah.
Oh, so she wasn't frustrated with you. You were frustrated at the situation.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
I think you just need to get better.
Oh, what? No, Ovilee.
What?
Please.
I mean, that's not terrible advice. If you're better, then it's not. But it's not like just get better is not actual advice.
Yeah.
No. So I was kind of actually like you, Hippo Squirrel, where I was very frustrated with boyfriends that I played with. Either they were, I never had someone who I was kind of like equal level with. Either they were like way better than me or way worse than me. And I was the tilter. So I would get frustrated with the boyfriend. I'm like, okay, well, can you just freaking wait for me? Let me pick up a kill or something, because I feel like he was taking away my gaming experience. And then if he was way crappier and I had to carry him, again, he was taking away my fun gaming experience because I had to lug his ass around.
Yeah, we brought... Go ahead, Ovilee.
It's a personal thing. You have to become a bigger person on the inside and say, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of my own like ideal gaming experience to spend time with my loved one.
So because this is
Yeah,
such a...
that's great, but the real answer.
Yeah, because this is such a difficult topic, we've called in an expert guest.
Yo.
Captain Flowers is here. Captain Flowers, what do you got for us?
All right, so these guys are all giving you wholesome, real-life advice on ways to solve your problems in a long-term, permanent-type solution that'll probably be healthier for both y'all. But I got that meme shit, man. You want shortcuts? I got shortcuts. So here's how you do it. Now listen up. The most important thing to know about the rank system is the fact that dueling has elo limit. So here's what you do. You either, like, help her practice to get so good that she's at least 2 divs above you, or...
No,
or
she already is better than him, is the thing.
No, but she's not better enough. There's got to
okay.
be enough of a distance, see? Because what you're aiming for here, you're aiming for that golden spot, where whenever you try to press Q up together in ranked, it says, sorry, you can't Q. I used to date a couple different girls that played, and they were like silver or gold or something like that. I'd be like, oh, fuck, sorry, I'm in diamond. We can't do a damn. And you avoid all them problems. You'd be like, oh, hey, you want to go play some normals or some shit? And then you don't care. And that's all you got to do. Because then you're not the bad guy. Because you're not like, oh, we could play, but I just don't want to play because this situation's frustrating. You're like, oh, no, the game won't even let us fucking riot, dude. They're ruining the whole thing. And then you can just blame it on... Just treat it like it's Yasuo. Just be like, fuck you, Yasuo. And you just go in there. That's all you got to do. Just make sure the elo gap's big enough and you're cruising.
Captain Flowers, quick question. You said you used to date a couple girls who had the situation. Were you saying that like you were dating a couple girls like together at once, or is this like a
No,
different
man.
girls over? Okay.
At different times.
Okay. I just wanted, because that could have been a whole nother topic we could have gone down. But glad
No,
to hear
see,
it.
I'm specifically trying to avoid getting roped into more of this shit. I just had to show up because I had to give my specific, well-rounded advice for this specific situation and how I avoided these issues.
Yeah. What do you think?
Now,
Hippo?
like
Do
I
you have-
say, this is not a great solution. It's not long-term. Y'all are already married, so maybe look for something more long-term. I don't know, but I had to throw my 2 cents in.
Hippo, do you have other thoughts or questions for Flowers on this?
So it feels like I guess I just give up on playing League with her.
No. You don't give up on playing
No.
League with her. See, here's the thing, dog. Here's the thing. Ranked pisses everybody off. Like, that's pretty much what it is. Unless you're one of those dudes who can get 95% win rate just going up through all the elos and you just, like, farm challenger, you're going to get pissed off at ranked at some point or another. Even if you enjoy to climb overall, people are going to get pissed off. And who you get mad at when you get pissed off? You either get mad at yourself playing like a goon. I do that shit all the time. I'm like, what are you doing invading? Or you get mad at your teammate for playing like a goon. You're like, what are you doing invading? Either way, somebody's going to get tilted at somebody. And that doesn't make for a wholesome experience because people got magical internet points on the line and other bullshit that they care about. So what you do is you want to play games with people that you know in real life in lower stress modes. At least that's what I always try to do. I always told all my IRL friends, I didn't play ranked with none of y'all. And that applied to girlfriends too. I was like, nope, not doing it. So what you got to do is you just take the ranked out of the equation. If there's LP involved, shit's going to go south. So that's what I say. Now then sometimes they might look at you and be like, oh, well, you just don't want to play ranked with me because you don't think I'm good enough, or you don't think we're good enough, or you're not going to have fun either way. So that's why you got to have the elo gap be big enough so you can blame Riot. It's big brain.
Okay. I think I see what you
Yeah. No, don't give up on playing League with each other because that shit can still be fun. You just got to get the LP out of the equation because that shit can make it toxic and more frustrating. You go like somebody goes 0 and 8 in normals, it's like it's whatever, bro. We're just having a good time. Somebody goes 0 and 8 in ranked, you're like, oh fuck, that's another game in the hole. Now I got to win the next one just to get back where I started. Frustration. Blah 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 blah. Get rid of LP, you're Gucci. You're swimming. You're fucking golden, bro.
So like we just play the Darius Draven bot lane and troll and have fun.
Yeah, dude, that's what you do. You just team up with the homies. It's great. Like that's what I do.
This is great.
Like when I play with
advice.
my IRL friends, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't need to play Scar in this game. I'm gonna go play Yasuo bottom. I went 0 and 14 and we won. I put on my Hashinshin cosplay, I pathed like a melee minion, and I split pushed until I died. That's what you got to do. Creative solutions for modern problems.
I feel like this is the answer, and you may have just saved my marriage.
There we go.
I'm glad
Alright.
to help, bro. I'm
Hotline
glad to
Love,
help.
saving
Put that on your
marriages.
resume, Captain Flowers.
Thank you,
Hell
Captain
yeah.
Flowers. Thank you, Hippo Squirrel.
All right. Good
We'll
luck,
let you know if we
Hippo.
need you
I believe
again.
in you, bro.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Good luck, Ovilee and Travis and Mark.
Yeah. Have a good one.
So Flowers, when are we dueling?
He's gone. Good. Hippo Squirrel, any final thoughts?
He left.
No, Hippo Squirrel's still here.
She asked when Flowers is dueling.
Yeah, I said he left. Sorry, Discord's just messing up. Hippo Squirrel, any final
Yeah, I
thoughts?
couldn't hear anything for a second.
Just want to say that I appreciate all the work that y'all do.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
for
for coming
doing it, and happy Valentine's Day, and best of luck with your marriage.
Thank you.
All right.
Mark, there's a girl named Christy in there. Let's get a girl in here, please.
Her question was a little.
Let's do it.
It's not really a question. It's a meme. Most of these actually are real advice. I mean, if she wants real advice, I'm down. But like,
no, it's fine. It's just let Mark do his job. Ovilee.
hey,
I
I'm.
don't have anything
If you see a good question, let me know. But
Should I change
where
right
do
now?
you
Should
see
I
the
change the?
questions?
I'm gonna change the server for the Discord right now. 1 second. It's on US West right now. I think I can change it to US West VIP. Oh. Hello? Testing? Ovilee?
Yeah. What are we talking
Okay.
about?
I changed the Discord server. I think it might be better now.
Okay. How do we see where people's questions were?
They're in the subtopics or pleb topics channels.
Oh, got you.
Thank you to Claky D, who reset for 4 months. He says, give me back my money. Claky D, you have a monitor of mine that you're supposed to pay me for, so really I need to be asking you for money. Okay, we've got Rafamundez on the show. Is that how you pronounce it, Rafamundez?
I just go by Gavin Guile, actually. It's okay.
Gavin?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well,
easier.
that wasn't what your Discord name said, so
Yeah.
you can't really blame me, can you?
No, I can't.
Okay. Now, wait, have you been on the show before? Because your audio's so good, I feel like we've talked about this before.
No, actually, this is my first time. I mean, I watched the show, but
Do you
this is my
do
first time
like audio stuff?
No, I just like went on the Reddit like microphone subreddit, and I got recommendations for what you should do for like a nice gaming setup, and it was like, I don't know, not very expensive, but
Yeah. Well, great.
Is this a microphone show or a dating show, Travis?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Madison, Wisconsin, actually.
Madison, Wisconsin. Is it freezing there?
Absolutely, and
Okay.
snowing like crazy.
Well, what is your... oh, did we lose Ovilee? Ovilee, you're still on Discord,
Or
right?
Skype's
Okay.
broke
My
it.
Skype froze.
I don't know. That's a great picture. Just leave it there.
You look so happy.
I'm so smiley.
Hang on, I'm gonna try to fix that. Gavin, what is your topic?
Yeah, so I've been seeing this girl for a little over a month now, and everything was going great. And I should preface this by saying, like, after the first date, kind of knew that the relationship had a clock on it because she's going to teach abroad in China, in like at the end of August. But anyways, so she just like kind of randomly decided out of the blue after a month in that she wanted to call it a quits, and everything was going really well, and I really like her, but I don't know if I should be like kind of respecting her space that she I guess in this instance requested because she wanted to end the relationship, or whether I should like try to kind of fight for her or do something like that.
This is a sad one. Ovilee, what do you got for us?
No, she asked for the respecting of her space, and if
Well,
she's
what-
trying to call it off.
Yeah, how did she say like, hey, happy to stay in touch and be friends, but I can't go down this romantic road with you, or was it like, hey, stop talking to me, I need to not be around you?
No, it wasn't. It was kind of neither. Like she framed it more like I'm just kind of overwhelmed with everything, because I'm moving to China and like to teach there for 2 years or whatever her contract is, and like I really enjoy everything, but because of all these huge changes and like the limited time that I have, I want to spend more time with my friends and family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
What do you, just out of curiosity, what do you want? Like, what would be your ideal scenario? You're in a 2-year long distance relationship with this woman, or you're just having more fun with her before she leaves, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to spend more time with her. I don't know. Like, I know it's crazy, and it's like pretty much like breaking every rule in dating, whatever. But I just want to spend more time with her, just until whenever she leaves. And I don't know where or what will happen, but I don't want to look back like 10 years down the road or 2 years down the road or however long, and then regret not kind of figuring out what the relationship could be.
Yeah. What do you guys got?
Well, so how far away is she from moving to China? Like, how many more months is it?
She moves in August, so it's still quite a bit away.
It's like
But-
6 months. I
Yeah.
mean, I know a lot of girls who, when a situation like this happens, they like just don't want to build up to something and then know it has an expiration date, so to speak, like you were saying earlier. And so, based off what I'm hearing here, it sounds kind of like that. Where like, it's just a situation that's going to get tougher and tougher with time, and so she'd rather hang out, have fun, enjoy the 6 months that she has, and not have those moments that she's spending lead to like what's going to be a pretty painful moment down the road. So I'm pretty sure, based off what I've heard, it just sounds like I know a lot of people who think that way. So I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah. How about you, Ovilee?
I'm trying to. I'm very much thinking from the perspective of the girl, and I'm trying to say this politely. She's leaving. She's moving to another freaking country. She probably wants nothing to do with you right now. She has 6 months. She wants to spend it with her friends and family. Like, don't romanticize this. Don't think I'm gonna go move to China to be with her and everything. I need to go make a big move or something. She needs to focus on her life right now, and she's making a pretty dramatic change to it, so she doesn't need another puzzle piece or another thing to potentially mess that up. That's kind of what I see right now.
So I have been in relationships that feel like they have a clock ticking on them, and it is not great whenever the clock stops ticking. I think one of the hardest challenges about those relationships is finding a moment where both people can bail out, and protect themselves. And, I know it feels pretty shitty right now, but you kind of have that opportunity right now. Like, she's giving that opportunity. She's ready to end things, and it's just going to help you a lot. Because, quite frankly, you're going to end up in the same situation in 6 months anyway, because it's highly unlikely that you guys are going to decide to commit to a long-term thing or long-distance thing, and then, 2 years is so long. Like, I think, you can think about it this way. You can wait 6 months, hurt yourself even more for, the same result, or you can get out there and start, dealing with the healing process you have to go through and start dating people again. I feel like it's maybe better for you to just move on and make it work. And then who knows, in 2.5 years she might come back. You can stay in touch with her, like her Instagram posts, send her a Facebook message every now and then.
No, do not do any of that. No.
Well, but
if she wants to come back to you, she will.
No. You could like an Instagram post.
No, you can't.
So
Girls remember that.
Never like an Instagram post ever.
Well, okay, so listen, if you're kind of at the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I want to spend time with you, and she's all like, hey, I need to kind of get on a plane.
I'm not saying he
I haven't said any of these things to her. I personally, I think I'd like to think I'm good at dating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I haven't said anything to her. I just said I'm sorry to see this end, and I, stopped by and grabbed my things from my glasses that I left the previous night, and I gave her a hug goodbye and stuff like that. But it's been 2 days now, and I can't get my mind off of her, and I wasn't sure if I should try to ask her to have coffee sometime soon to kind of not profess my love or something like that. You kind of know what I mean.
First off, let me just clarify something, Ovilee, and Twitch chat. I'm not saying start liking all of her Instagram posts right now. I'm saying if you stay on good terms with her, a year from now when she's in China and she's got a picture of her and the class, you could like that Instagram post, okay? That's not offensive. That's not creepy. That's not weird. All right? Secondly, she said goodbye, right? It sounds like she wanted to just be done with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if that's the case, I don't think you hit her up for coffee.
Okay.
I think
it's...
Go ahead, Ovilee.
2 days, you wait a month and then maybe you send a Facebook message, or you wait for her to send a message or something. 2 days, that's too short.
Yeah. I definitely think 2 days is too short. I think a month or more. Maybe in your mind, you should give yourself as long as you can for you to get in a better place, right? It's actually really important for you to be in the right mental state whenever you message her, if you decide to message her. I think you want to get to a place where you're okay, I'm moving on, I don't need to be in a relationship with her. I've gone on a couple dates or whatever, I'm in a good place, and maybe you decide you want to see her one more time before she leaves and just catch up before she heads off to China. Then maybe you grab coffee with her. But I'm not saying, but yeah, I think you need more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's good advice.
Yeah. Do not do what Hawk says in chat. Go to her Instagram posts from 2 years ago and start liking them. That's whatever you do. Do not do that. Twitch chat, as bad as our advice might be, Twitch chat's definitely got some worse stuff.
Yeah. Stalking girls should not be.
Anyway, hopefully it's Gavin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gavin, hopefully this has been helpful. Unless Mark, did you have any thoughts?
No, I think I don't have anything else to say.
Anyway, thank
Sorry,
you, Gavin.
Gavin.
Any final
Yeah, it's
thoughts on the
okay.
way out?
Yeah, for the first guy actually, he said he was getting nervous. You should, that dude Rico Suave or whatever. You should try to go on dates where you're actually like actively doing something. That way, it kind of helps you get past like being nervous. Like if you go to a bar where you have like darts or I don't know shuffleboard or bowling or rock climbing or
So,
something
yeah.
that be active. That's always a really good way to kind of break the ice and get past any nervousness.
That's a great point.
That's it.
Thank you, Gavin.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
all right.
And
Yep,
sorry
see
to
you
hear
guys.
you're going through this shit. It sucks so
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, it's okay. You have
Yeah.
to get past it sometime.
Yeah, you will. Anyway, have a good one.
See ya.
So this is a question for Ovilee. When's the moment where the guy's supposed to chase you down to the airport and stop your plane, and they have like the boombox and they confess their love and you don't go? What's the signal for a guy to do that one?
I don't like that.
Ever?
So I'm-
Just never? If it was like the love of your life and you were flying, like it wasn't this guy's situation. It's the love of your life, but like work was calling and you didn't know, and like Goodwill Hunting, the guy drives across the country or something. I don't know.
So like
When do you pull out the movie move? Like it's straight from a movie.
movie move. I don't think I've had a personal experience like that yet, so I'm trying to think.
To Asher Cross in Twitch chat with the best answer. The signal to do it is if the girl is holding a script and there's a camera crew.
This is good.
Great.
I say the only time like that movie moment is if I just got in a fight where the boyfriend is at fault and he knows he has to pull
Right.
some dramatic shit in order to get my ass back. Like that's probably the only time where it would be okay to do. And then I would still be kind of like really? This is how you're trying to make up for it? Y'all can't just tell me that you're sorry?
Yeah,
You gotta
as an
come with the
aside,
boombox?
It took me many years to realize that the things that are in chick flicks and television are not the things you should do. And quite frankly, oftentimes those things a little creepy, not a great look, a little overwhelming, not always taken well.
However, anime moves. You
No,
can pull
what the-
that shit whenever you want.
No, aren't they like the same moves?
No. Okay, listen, fellas out there. If you spend some time, like, baking some cute chocolates or cookies and shit, that's cute. Girls like that. Just make sure that they taste good.
I think it's kind of weird
Brodin,
if
wanna
the
go
guy shows up to, like, work and is like, hey, I made you some cookies.
Okay, girls love guys who can cook because we don't want to do it. We're too lazy to do it. So get us a man who can cook for us.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying if you show up and you're like, hello, I made you this baked good, eat it, I promise it's fine, that's kind of weird.
If a guy comes into like the office with like a freaking sheet of like good looking chocolate chip cookies, I'm gonna become his friend.
Okay, but is
I'm
he
gonna
bringing
go
it
get
to
the
the
next
office
caller.
or is he bringing it to the girl?
Listen, you can't just come directly to the girl and be like, here's some cookies.
Okay.
You put that shit on a tray and you walk around the office first and go like, hey dude, you want a cookie? Hey, do you want a cookie? Hey, do you want a cookie? And then you come up, you're like, oh, sup girl? Like, I made these. You want a cookie? And then you're like, oh my gosh, sure, I'll try one. Oh my gosh, these are the best cookies I've ever had. And he's like, yeah, it's my grandma's recipe. Me and her are really close. And then the girl's like, oh my, could you teach me? Like, I've never made chocolate chip cookies before. And that's how you get a date.
Thane VR is joining us. Thane, where are you calling from?
Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
From Canada. All right.
Yeah.
What's romance like in Canada?
Really cold right now. It's like
Yeah.
minus 2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about on the show tonight?
I just want to get your opinion on. So I've known this girl since middle school, and like we've been like just super best friends.
And are you in high school, college, after college?
Fourth year university.
Fourth year university. Okay.
So we've been knowing each other for a while now, and my question is that I'm starting to develop some real feelings for her. I don't know how she reciprocates those feelings back to me. I'm just wondering how I like to potentially ruin the friendship. to essentially, as people say, like risk it for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like romantically interested in her. It's not like you wake up one day and you're like, damn, she's kind of fine.
Oh no, it's like we've been like best friends. Like she's been there for me like when I was going through mental stuff, mental like issues and health. I've been there for her when she was like going through tough times with her. And yeah, we do like, as my friends would say, like couple things. Like we go on hikes in the summers. We
Yeah.
like study together all the time. So
Is she single?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, she tells me all the time when like she's breaking up with so and so boyfriends, and I tell her when I'm breaking up with so and so girlfriends. We always give each other advice, but now I'm starting to.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, from your guys' experience or 2 cents, if it's worth it.
Well, I guess I have a couple questions. One is this like, because she's your best friend, it sounds like, and you're gonna spend a lot of time together, is there even like an option of not going for it? Like, or is this gonna be one of those like situations where you like her, she doesn't know, and then you're always gonna be like her, and you're gonna get hung up on her, and you're gonna be caught up on her, and you're not gonna get over it because you're best friends and you're always spending time together? Because if that's the case, you don't really have a choice but to try and go for it.
Oh, well, yeah, I haven't thought of like that. I don't know, it's just been like something that's been on my mind for like the past 2 weeks. So
Right. Yeah, my question is, that's what often happens in these situations is, or like from what I understand about them, is like people like someone, but they've been friends and they don't want to lose the friendship, so they just kind of hang out for a long period of time, and then they never like see other opportunities because they're still kind of hung up on that one. So like, you definitely don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
no, I'm seeing other opportunities, man. Like universities.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah.
Dane does not need any help. Okay.
All right, good. All right, I was
Yeah,
making
yeah,
this
yeah.
wasn't some like you're getting hung up kind of thing.
oh no, trust me, no, that's not the situation here. But yeah, I just don't know if it's like worth it to like ruin a friendship or potentially ruin a friendship if things go south.
Yeah. By the
So-
way, my financial advisor, Hefty Chen, is in Twitch chat, and he said he wants to know if she initiates physical contact with you ever.
Yeah, we go to the gym all the time. So
Like, is she
Well-
ever like flirty? Does she come up and like feel
Like
your muscles and
more
stuff?
like head leaning on shoulder if you guys are watching a movie. Like, I think that's what he means by physical contact more than like physical activities.
sometimes just like as like cringe parts.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put up the girl input and red flags. So wait, so you said that you've started feeling feelings for her like a couple weeks ago?
Just we've been like hanging out a lot more because like you know you're just stressing out together. So
So it's been how long since you started feeling stuff?
like about a month ago.
About a month. Okay. So speaking from experience, what I felt and what I've seen from people, it's really common for people who are best friends or who have grown up together, who've spent so much time together, to develop kind of like these feelings of romantic interest in that other person. I have not seen any of it go very well because right now when you're kind of in like the friendship position, you get the fun sides of each other, and even when you start to experience kind of like the stress that she's feeling, or you guys sharing whatever problems that you may have with each other, and becoming kind of like that support system, when you add in the extra layer of boyfriend girlfriend, it like just explodes those two things. And usually I see the friendship or relationship just kind of like crumble from that. So I would wait actually a little bit longer to find out if like the feelings that you have are just kind of popped up randomly, or if they're gonna go away, because I've seen them just go away with people before when it's just close friends. And trust me, being best friends with someone is way better than being in a relationship with someone, because that just adds in a whole nother layer of shit.
Yeah, I can see that perspective.
I was once in a relationship with my best friend, and it was really sick. So the rewards there are potentially. What's that?
How did it end?
Right. So
I mean, after a very, very, very long time, it ended because we both moved into different places in our lives. But
I mean, ending is less important than how it began. Like that's what you should really be giving this guy advice on. Because guess what? Any relationship that ends is probably
Twitch chat
not
thinks
good.
I'm talking about Peter, by the way.
I mean, the better question is, Travis, were you best friends with her before you started dating, or was it like you were dating and best friends?
No, we were best friends before we started dating. Basically, like I found out, this was in high school, I found out that I was moving, and she, like, told me that she was interested. That was an easy thing because it was like, we were, like, we were going to be impacted by the move anyway, so I don't know how it would have gone down in a different way, but I don't know. Like, I actually feel like so many great relationships can spawn out of best friendship, but it is really risky, and I feel for you, man, because it's really hard to know, and there's not an easy way to move into that. You know what I mean? It's not like you can handle it, like, because you already have so many guidelines and rules laid out for that relationship based off of like how the friendship has been, so you can't suddenly start trying to be kind of flirty because it's like, what is happening, you know? So I think, what, Ovilee?
I think you just have to be prepared to lose that relationship, and it might not be forever. It could just be like she says, hey, after the breakup I need a couple months to like a year to myself because we just had like this intense relationship or something. But I think like if you do want to pursue it, you have to be prepared to kind of cut things as well if it goes down the worst case scenario and you can't just be friends at the end of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Mark, thoughts? You asked questions, but
Yeah, well, I was just trying to get a read on the situation. It sounds like, if I'm being honest, there's not like a clear indicator she's interested, like not super flirtatious with you or anything like that. So there's not like and it doesn't sound like you need to risk it. Like it doesn't sound like you're super hung up and you're not going to move on. Like if you go back to college and meet a girl, you'll get over this pretty quickly. So like from my perspective, it doesn't seem. I don't know. I'd preserve the friendship.
yeah, I think you just have to balance the risk, and also, like, you know, if you're best friends with her, you should have a good understanding of what the risk is, right? Like, is she gonna freak out and that's the end of the friendship, or is it a situation where you're so close? And I don't know. Like, a lot of this is just specific to the context and the situation. You just have to figure it out for yourself, I think. So, I don't know if we have a good answer for you, Thane, but I'm sorry.
Stay friends.
No, that helps really perspective, just like weighing the risk and whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah.
that helps a lot.
Any final thoughts or anything you want to say on the way out?
Just a quick question for Ovilee, if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
So reading's coming up for us, and I just want to know if there's any like anime worth watching that's like came out within the last.
No, this is not
I
an
got
anime
you. All right, so
stream.
guess what? Mob
You got
Psycho
10
season 2 just
seconds,
came
Ovilee.
up, so you can definitely.
She's server muted. Thank you for coming on, Thane.
No worries.
Thane, she can tweet it out later. I like how she's still going.
She might not know she's server muted.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
all right.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
How do I? Hello?
Hi,
All
welcome
right,
back.
Hang on,
Ovilee.
hang
How
on.
many
So we
next-
need to do a quick break
Okay.
to talk about our sponsor.
Sponsor. Wait.
So
I
this is a
have
true
this
story,
stuff.
everyone. So yesterday, when we were planning on doing Hotline Love, I hit up Ateo, my friends at Ateo, and somebody in chat said best anime is Garfield. That's so good. I really like that. Okay.
God, let's get through this. We got some callers.
Okay. I hit up my friends at Ateo and asked them if they were interested in supporting this show so that I could actually pay Mark and Ovilee for coming on and wasting a bunch of their time as we give people bad advice. And they, strangely enough, said yes. So they're our sponsor for the show. Mark is wearing a hoodie that they designed in collaboration with Double Lift, but most importantly, they came out with this new bomber, which is pretty sick. And the cool thing about it is, people seeing my torso right now, I know it's not the best way to showcase any product, but so first off, there's this really nice kind of like classic bomber side to it, where it's nice and soft and cool. But it's also reversible. I don't know how well this is going to pick up on camera, but there's like a sort of, you can completely reverse the hoodie, or sorry, the bomber, and it becomes like soft and nice on the outside. Okay, Ovilee's showcasing a hoodie, which is not at all what this product is, but that's also a product they make, which is a zip up. Anyway, we're giving away 2 of these. Look at this cool little Ateo tag on it. We're giving away 2 of these, and you can check them out at, if you just hit !Ateo in the chat, it'll give you a link to sign up for it. And the idea is, because it's Valentine's, you can get one of these, you can win one, and then you get a second one that you can give to your Valentine. So isn't that kind of cool? It's really neat that they're doing that. See, like Mark would give his to the cat. I think the cat could sleep on the bomber. Let me go ahead and pull their site up as well so that you can take a look at it. But if you enter the giveaway, it's really nice because they came in and supported the show last minute. We were literally figuring it out today. Oh wait, hang on. Here's a much better picture of it. I'm going to show it on screen right now. If you don't know about Ateo, by the way, started by Rachel and Brand, 2 friends of both Mark and Ovilee and myself.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. They are fashion designers from New York that basically spent a year researching the esports and gaming space and learning about, you know, who the people in this scene are and who the community is and what they want. They've made all these really cool products that are amazing, comfortable to game in, sit around. Like these sitters, by the way, are incredible. I wear mine all the time. Literally, they gave me a pair, and then I bought a second pair in the different colors so that I could wear them. So highly recommend. Oh look, there's a pop-up right here for 5% off your order. But I'll give you better than 5% off if you use the code, which is in where's my Twitch chat? If you use the code Ateo Love, no space, you get 10% off if you order through Valentine's Day. So please go buy it so that I feel good about taking their money. And if you're not going to buy it, then at least sign up for the giveaway using one of the many different ways. And see, I'm loading right now. We've got over 1,000 entries so far. That's actually super helpful. If you're watching the VOD, please click the link in the description to do so. Just go bombard them with likes and messages and check out their site and make sure that they know that you appreciate them sponsoring this. Ateo Rachel in the Twitch chat right now. You can say hi to her there. And that is our sponsor segment for the show. Shall we move on?
All right, I'll get the next caller.
Mark wisely putting the cat on the screen so that people stick around and listen to the ads so that you don't disappear. The cat's so happy.
I know. I've never seen a cat that's so good like that.
Yeah. Okay. Do they post to Australia yet? You can ask Rachel. She's in the chat. She can answer all your questions. Ateo Rachel.
We need to get a girl in here so we can relate.
Okay, well, we didn't get a girl in apparently, but we do have former Governor Jerry Brown joining us.
I think we have 3 girls in the waiting room.
Why did you?
Sexism.
Okay.
What?
What?
Okay. Well, we've got former Governor Jerry Brown on the show. Jerry Brown, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from sunny and not snowy at all, Worcester, Massachusetts.
Okay. So you left California and you went to Massachusetts.
Yeah, true story. My name actually is Jerry Brown, and I actually am from California. It's a weird coincidence.
Okay. Wow. Are you named after our former governor?
No, Jerry's a nickname, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, what do you want to talk about on the show tonight?
So I am a senior in college right now. And
WPI.
College, yep. How'd you know?
Because
Nice.
there's only a couple colleges in there, dude.
Yeah. So I'm a senior in college, and if you know what WPI is, I spent a lot of time really focusing on school. It's a really tough and really expensive school, so I want to get my money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have a lot of experience with dating. I dated a couple girls, which went okay for the most part, but I was never really able to find groups of people with similar interests to me. Sorry guys, but I'm really into like anime and Japanese culture and esports.
Hell
League.
yeah!
All right, whatever.
There's plenty of those.
Yeah, that's what you think. But anyway, so I'm moving into a new city, hopefully Boston now, after I graduate, and I'm wondering what you guys' tips on for meeting new people, with similar interests and more kind of niche things like that, like esports and stuff.
Become an esports personality,
Ooh,
and then just talk to people.
Are you attractive? No, I mean that in like the cool way, because like depending on your looks, you could totally start some cosplay and shit, and then you got girls everywhere.
I mean that in the cool way, as in I mean that in the exact way everyone means it when they ask if you're attractive.
Would you look good? First off, I'm just continuing Ovilee's question. I don't condone it in any way, but if you were to do a Pantheon cosplay, do you think you could rock a Pantheon cosplay?
Don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, we got that
All right,
context
well,
anyway.
You know,
Here-
give me a year, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, hey, that's not a
see?
bad way
I
to do
like
it.
him.
Yeah.
Here's a question: have you tried online dating at all?
No.
Okay. Honestly, it's worth trying.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like more niche interests, like the typical places that you meet people, like bars, gyms, like in real life activities. Obviously, there's not really anime options for that, but
We don't
besides
go
like
there.
besides cons, you're not really gonna meet those people. And like esports events, if there's ever like a thing there, like maybe, but like honestly, some of those dating sites are where you will have better luck, I would guess, but I don't know if anyone thinks something else.
Yeah, I actually was going to echo that. So, you can obviously go on Tinder and just like swipe, but a couple of my friends have used OkCupid and have found great success using OkCupid if you're looking for like a real relationship, not necessarily like a marriage. But OkCupid is like great because you actually rate a bunch of the things that you care about. And so you can get like a percentage score on sort of how connected you are with somebody. And it is, I think that the intention with OkCupid, it's a little less of like a hookup scene. I don't know if you're looking to just hook up, because if you are, then obviously just like the swipe.
There's a lot too. There's like
swipe.
Bumble, Coffee Meets Bagel. Like these are ones that I know people who have used and they found success on. And I think like Boston, just from what I knew growing up around that area, is like, relatively, I don't know if progressive is the right word, but like relatively nerdy, I think. Like, so I think there should be plenty of people with similar interests as you in the Boston area.
People are saying that OkCupid ad. No, actually, it's because Kelby met his wife on OkCupid. And other people have I know that are in long relationships have met on OkCupid as well. So, but yeah, Kelby made an account. She was like date number 4 or something like that, and then they were at BlizzCon for their second date. It was really cute.
Boston has like a bunch of cool cons too. So
Yeah, for
just
sure.
wait for one to come around and then get that Pantheon cosplay ready.
Oh my god. Yeah, maybe. I think that kind of leads into another quick thing is like having confidence, because I've always felt I don't know the right way to phrase it. I throughout like elementary school, middle school, high school, I didn't have a lot of friends who were really into the same stuff as me, especially I'm at WPI I'm doing engineering, and I kind of went to art schools for middle school and high school. Weird situation, but so I kind of always felt like estranged from a lot of my peers. So I didn't really end up developing a lot of confidence then. I found it hard for me to like put myself out there. You guys have any like? Yeah.
Sorry, you finish.
No. That's all I had.
I mean, it's just the case that like it's hard to talk to people who don't have similar interests as you. Like I go back home and like I grew up with all my friends from the Boston area and we were huge sports fans. And like now when I go back, I haven't watched Boston sports very much at all. And like I'm all about esports gaming and like content creating, and like it's just even my best friends from high school, it's hard to talk about. So like when you start going on these dates, hopefully with girls with similar interests, you can fucking weeb out over what's the best new anime of the season, and like you don't need to feel weird about it the way you would like if it was your friends from back home or something.
Yeah, for sure.
What is this? I still don't fully understand this, but I know there's something called subtleasiandating.com, which is like a thing that people have been talking about. No, it's like actually a thing, I believe, because I know a couple of friends that have like checked out. And XX Hayes just linked it in chat, so I'm not sure.
I clicked on it.
Yeah, it's.
Never heard of it.
Maybe we DDoSed it. I'm not sure. Is it actually not? Is it? It's a Facebook thing. Okay.
It's not working.
It's like League of Honeys or something.
Okay.
Yikes.
Is it
I miss
inappropriate?
League of
Because if Twitch chat is they're scolding me right now, so I said this out of ignorance if I said something inappropriate. But either way, yeah, I think there's that. I think also just you will find confidence whenever you are talking to somebody about things that you are passionate in and they're passionate in, and it's super great. I think also just trying to get yourself out there. Like, does your school have a esports club?
devoid of girls, unfortunately.
Yes, that is a common
Does
thing
it have an
with
anime club?
esports clubs.
There's about 4 people in it. It's really sad. I tried. I did try going to my clubs, and I've been a part of the. I mentor high school students doing robotic stuff, which I've done the whole 4 years, but it just hasn't been. Didn't turn out to be the place to meet people in a relationship setting for me. So.
I mean, I went to RIT, which is also nerdy tech school. So like.
Well, you guys have Toricon and like all this like crazy like nerd and subculture stuff.
I guess. I mean, I was in school for game design development, so like, trust me, I was.
Oh yeah.
It was equally nerdy. I mean, once you get later in life, like, clicks and that stuff, then it just comes easier. People stop caring as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang in there. It'll happen. Online dating, trying to get yourself out there more in general, and looking for people who have things that you're passionate about and things in common, because that'll help you.
Cool. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yep, you guys too. Keep it up on the broadcast.
Thanks.
See you.
All right. Moving on. We've got Rigio, 6 months. Travis is literally Cupid. Ovicola, gift of sub to XX Hayes. Boater Michael for 11 months. EGGYHS. Ricky TikTok. The Cooper 5. Chaos 136. Harry Waddle at 13 months. John G 365. Rora Noah Poa. Christy is here. Christy, where are you calling from?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Very good.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Let's
Yeehaw.
go. What's your question? Let's go. Let's connect.
All right, Ovilee, I think you can probably relate. So, as a woman in my early 20s, why are the very few guys that I'm actually interested in, why are they only using me for my body? Also, to preface this, I tell them explicitly at like the very beginning when we're just talking, like, hey, I don't want to do just the sex, And then they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But then they still only tried to use me for the sex.
All right, I'm in out of my depth. I'm in out of my depth.
You were gung ho a second ago.
This is all you, Ovilee. She's
Ovilee, this is all you. I can't relate.
I didn't know what sex was till college, man. I had to learn sex ed from Mario. Like they had a YouTube video and shit. I don't know. I was a sheltered child. I don't know about this.
Mario.
Okay, listen. Fuck. Do you have a body pillow?
No.
Okay, body pillows are great for physical interaction if you don't want to deal with guys. Travis left the building. Mark, help me while I think. Mark left the building.
Did he pull me down too? Great, this is perfect. Give her one piece of advice and then I'll help out.
Okay. Did I come up with a stumper?
You came up with a little bit of a stumper. I just got a little nervous. Okay, so wait. Tell me the situation, because you said these guys are just coming in trying to use you for your body and stuff. Are you like trying to find a relationship or what's going on here?
Not really like a serious relationship, maybe something a bit more on like the short-term side, because I might be moving. I'm looking at jobs right now in other cities, so I didn't want to commit to anyone. I was having this specific situation. I had a high school crush, way back in high school, and we reconnected in town because we live from the same city. So we reconnected. We still had chemistry, that kind of thing. He asked me out on a date. It was perfect. It was such a great date, right? And then, he's like, we should go on a second date. And then, I come back into town, and I'm like, hey, ready for that second date. And he's like, oh, hi, Kelsey.
Hey, so hi, Ovilee.
Hi.
So I actually have advice on this, but keep going.
Keep going, girl. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
So then we went on the second date, and, I told him I'm not really interested in just having, like, physical relations. I kind of need a connection, that kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, no, I totally understand. And then he is like, I don't think I want to date you anymore, but we could, you could come over and we could like drink, and my parents aren't home. Yeah, he still lives with his parents, by the way. Which is like, I did not know that. By the way, I did not know that. But yeah, so
Wait, how old are these boys?
23.
They're still young and dumb though, girl.
Okay,
Like,
another question.
I'm not saying they're definitely like buttholes in the wrong, but I'm just saying like they are still young and dumb. Like if you're trying to look for someone who just wants like this physical, if not physical, I don't want to say just physical, but if you're looking for something a little bit more casual, not exactly long term, like you could still kind of jump up in the age group a little bit, because all the people that you're kind of looking at right now, or just if they're kind of like close to the age range of that guy, these are just people who do not have the same, I guess, ideal relationship that you have in your mind. Like, I think you just got to try to aim up a little bit more, or maybe find someone who's a little bit more mature and is aligned with what you're looking for. Because
Trust me.
Yeah?
Trust me, I do usually date older. So this was kind of like a one-time thing to date someone my age. But even then, like, this was not the only situation where this has happened. It's been like multiple times where I have been like seeing a guy, and if I don't like, trying not to get too crude, but I like how they added Kelsey up on the stream, by the way.
I feel very...
She's in here.
Can you change the... I don't want her people thinking that that's me, because that's my shadow with you. There might be some confusion.
Mark got hot. But yeah, so there's just been several situations where guys just really don't care to get to know me or anything. They just see, oh, it's a girl and she's like relatively okay looking, so I just want to use her and that's it.
Come on, give yourself some
don't
credit
even
here.
let them.
Oh no, I don't let them, absolutely not. But it's just like, it's so frustrating when they lie to me saying, oh no, that's not the only thing that they're after, and then it really is.
Yeah.
Those are just dumbasses. Like, you come across the dumbasses, you just gotta be like, sniff out their bullshit a little bit earlier and just not even touch them. Mark is smirking at me.
Okay, wait. So
I forgot you can still see my webcam on.
Yeah, I can still see.
So give me context again. Are you in college?
No, I just graduated.
Okay, so you did go to college. Okay, were you in a sorority or anything like that?
No, we didn't even have Greek life on campus at all.
Okay, for sure. So, taking it from someone that was in Greek life, not saying it was like my proudest moment there, but you know, I had to deal with like a lot of people like that, especially the fratty boys that were just like, nah, you know, like, I care about your personality and like I actually care to get to know you, and then they'd like weasel their way into your life, and then like 2 days later it'd be like ghosted. So yeah, I mean, you're saying you don't want anything super serious, you want something more casual, in the sense of like you don't want a relationship, or do you want like, I miss some of this because I was talking to people, but like what's your main goal right now?
Right now? Well, okay, right now is different than, you know, a few months ago when I was dating this guy, because I am probably just about to move for a job. So before, I was looking for something kind of casual, and then it was more like, oh, if I end up staying in this city, then we could explore something more serious. I didn't want to be too attached, basically, but I wanted to have some sort of emotional connection. Like, I did want to have like a person, but I also didn't want it to be super developed, like we were planning for, you know, like we weren't planning to move in together, that kind of thing, you know, nothing that serious.
Yeah, so you're just saying it was like take it slow kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And so you had a guy in mind, and then he kind of just screwed you over, basically? Is that where we're at? Or is it just like, are you just telling about the frustrations of like finding a guy?
A little bit of frustration, I guess. It's just like I said, I don't really date because I hate dating. It's an awful process.
I got you.
Every girl knows what I'm talking about, basically. But it was just like the very, very few guys that I would find myself to be interested in, you know, they would lead me on with the whole thing. So it's just so frustrating, and I don't really know how to maybe spot them from before I find out that they're trying to lead me on, that kind of thing.
Honestly, the biggest thing for me that I found is so effective is the waiting game. You know boys, and everyone knows boys, and especially younger boys, that don't like to wait around. They're not patient people. So if you make them wait, whether it's going on a date, whether it's just talking to them. Honestly, playing games, which is like a really bad advice, honestly, because I hate playing games, but like doing stuff where you make them wait and you make them put in the effort. If they stop doing that, you know. And if they keep doing that, then you're obviously taking a gamble. I mean, you could hit this person that like keeps like pursuing you and he keeps waiting around and then it happens and say it's like something bad happens. And that's just like bad RNG there. But
what game would you recommend, Kelsey? Like COD or League
yeah,
or
thanks. Yeah, dude,
what game? Just taking notes for.
Just play a lot of Apex with them. Just see if they're actually good at FPS games, and if they're not, then you know. But actually, no. If they're good at FPS games, then that's a warning sign. Honestly, in my dating relationships, I've always noticed that. So just take a note. But yeah, no, it's definitely like if you get a guy that waits, and if you get a guy that actually puts in effort, even when like you seem like you're backing off, then it's someone that seems like they're trying to invest more than just like a one-time thing, personally. But that's what I've always really gone by. It's like trying to wait it out, see if they still stick around, because, you know, if you go on a date and then you wait like a week and a half to 2 weeks, which is a long time for sure, but don't see anyone until then, and they're still around, then obviously they want to pursue you, because they can easily just go like find someone else on Tinder and be like, okay, I want to go like screw this girl, and then they can have that. And so, yeah, you gotta just play the waiting game. I don't know.
That's good advice. I haven't really tried to do that specifically, so I will try to do that in the future. And I think Ovilee left as well.
I'm still here, girl. I'm still here. I'm gonna be honest.
She froze.
I don't really agree. I think all of that's playing shit that doesn't really feel real. That feels pretty fucking shitty to do. I also agree that sure, it's shitty for people to just trying to come in and be like, haha, the sex. But like playing these fucking mind games, girl, who has the fucking time for that? Like, why are we just sitting around saying like, oh, well, if he really wants it, then I gotta wait a week for him to send a text instead of just trying to figure that shit out on day one.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know, I get what you mean, but, like, it's easy for someone to just be like, yeah, no, like, I definitely want to get to know you, so, like, why wouldn't they lie, you know? Like, why wouldn't they lie to just get in your pants? Because I've definitely, like, been in that situation where someone said that to me.
Who's lying to you that gets in your pants that quick?
I mean, no one in particular, but it's someone that, like, you think you can trust, and then it just backfires on you.
Yeah, it's like, I think what Kelsey's also trying to say is you can't really tell that they're lying until it's too late.
Yeah.
So, I think
I'm a little confused.
We've been talking for longer on this call than any of the others. So I'm going to cut it short. But what's up, Mark?
Travis, you and I should each give one point of input as the men's.
As the men's? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me return you to your rightful place on the screen. Where are you?
I mean, I'm here. I'm just kind of slouched.
No, I know. I'm trying to find you in the thing. Where is this? Oh, here we go. Okay, you're back. I'll fix your name tag later. I'm sorry dudes are shitty, Christy. I think being as upfront as soon as possible is your best bet, but even then, dudes are still pretty shitty, and even if you say, hey, I'm not looking for something physical or whatever, they might still be trying to pursue that. At that point in time, I think you just have to decide how much it's worth it to have the person around. Like, is it better to have them in your life and knowing that, you know, they're going to be shitty like this, or should you just cut them loose? And I think that's a decision that you have to make. Mark? Guys suck. Gonna agree there. I think if you're not in a rush, like, waiting isn't bad. You know, to Kelsey's point, like, I don't know if you call it games or whatever, but like, if you're looking for, it doesn't sound like you're looking for a super serious relationship, so maybe this isn't good advice for you, but like, if you are looking for a serious relationship, there's girls watching or anything, like,
take it slow and just make sure you actually like enjoy spending time with the guy, like on activities that are not physical intimacy, so to speak. Like whenever I start dating, I try to make sure that I enjoy spending time with that person first before anything else. So I don't know, maybe that works.
Okay. I see what you mean.
So either way, Christy, any final thoughts before we move on?
I am sorry that this has lasted so long.
Christy,
I
you're
mean, I
worth
think
the time. Don't you dare. You
it's a
are
good
wonderful
topic.
and you are worth the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Aw. Thanks. Good night.
Good night. All right. What is next, Mark Zimmerman?
Well, Kelsey had her own topic.
I'm
Kelsey,
kind of
do-
scared to
Let's hear
talk
from her.
now.
Let's hear it.
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed again. Okay, well, actually, life. It's a question about my friends and what I should do there. So my best friend, who I will omit the name for security purposes, she was dating one of my childhood friends throughout high school. They dated for 3.5 years. It wasn't the best relationship. They fought all the time. We all knew it was pretty bad, but we were really excited because they were going to break up going to college. So they went to college. They went to separate colleges, both did their own thing. And then once they graduated, came back here and then started kind of seeing each other again. So I have known this guy since I was like 4 years old. I really don't like him, honestly, and I've tried to express that to her, and I'm just like, she has this mindset where he is the only guy in the world that will ever like her. And she is an attractive girl, and she also has a great personality. And the thing is, she just went to Chicago for an internship for 3 months, and I've tried kind of dropping it on her as like, you should go and you should do your own thing, and who knows, maybe you'll find someone in Chicago that you'll really like and that will make you happier and not make you want to cry every day, because she'll call me crying at least twice a week about this guy. And I've tried to tell her multiple times, but she's very sensitive. So do you guys have any advice on how to really bring across that point in a respectful way with trying to keep her feelings in mind?
So just as an aside before we answer this, I think it's really funny. Parth sent me a message like 20 minutes ago that's like, hey, what's the Hotline League Discord? I linked it to him, and then as we were going through the last call, he was like, I sent it to him, and he just replied with, nope, I'm not ready for this. So Parth noped out of the show, which is great. Rip Parth. Absent chat for Parth. Okay, so Mark, what do you got for Kelsey? Oh, Mark,
I was laughing. I laughed at that joke. I just didn't realize I was muted for that.
Gotcha.
I am not always the nicest person, and I can be pretty blunt sometimes. So like, I think if this is a situation where like someone I knew was in like not a great relationship, and I had tried giving them advice on it a number of times, and they aren't listening and they aren't getting it, and it's not getting through, I'm the type to just be like, well, that's your fucking fault, and just kind of be like, I'm not going to waste my effort on this. So I don't actually have good advice, because I would just be really blunt and try and be real, and then if they still don't get it, or they disagree, or they're going to just ignore what I'm saying, then like, I'm not going to try and fix your relationship. I got my own shit to deal with.
Yeah,
I get that.
I also feel like this is something I've struggled with, because I consistently, end up with a friend sometimes that I think is in a really bad relationship, or I really don't like their significant other or whatever, and I just feel like they're not in a good place. And it is always hard for me to not, like, there have been times where I have been so loud about it, where the friend, like, stops, like, tries to put distance between me and them, because they are just, like, they're too overwhelmed by my, like, opinions about their significant other, or like I can't shut myself up whenever I feel like they're in a bad place. So I think it's really rough. Oh, Xsmithy's in the chat. Is that what we're saying? He said, finally a stream that can help me.
Is the girl Smithy?
No.
Is the girl Xsmithy?
Xsmithy, I don't know.
Is it Smithy single?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
Even
so.
on
Steve is in the chat. Liquid
He
Steve
has a
is in the
post
chat.
on subtle Asian dating. He got many hits.
Xsmithy has a post on subtle Asian dating.
It got over like 3K likes. Everyone was like, "Whoa, is that me, Smithy?"
Wow.
Who knows? Who knows, man?
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I think it's really difficult. that to try to navigate these waters.
Wow, you guys are great at giving advice here. Ovilee, do you have something better for me?
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, no, I do.
I'm kind of along the lines of Mark. If you've tried to offer support for the first couple of times and she's just not taking it, she's just looking for someone to vent and try to not exactly push her problems onto you, but she's just looking for another piece of advice or something. So at this point, you could just kind of say like, "Oh man, that sucks," and then just end the conversation there because nothing you say is really going to get through.
Because
but
all
please,
three of us,
let's let Flowers in on this
because all
shit.
three of us are struggling with this, we've once again called back Love Romance to Captain Flowers is here. Go for it, Captain.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna say, "Get too high elo to talk to her."
No, I'm not.
Oh my
I got a
God.
variety of situations for a variety of life encounters that you may encounter in your life, Mark. That's why I'm back here. All right, now that Mark is done flaming, listen up. So, I actually have personal experience with this one because back in college, me and my buddies, all the time, we would have fun and do stupid stuff and get drunk and go to parties. It was college paradise. And then my one friend, he gets this girlfriend that she was a really unpleasant person. I don't like her very much. For the purpose of this story, we're going to call her Emma because that's her name. So, Emma's really just awful. Like, hanging out with her is terrible. And she sucks the fun out of everything because she doesn't like people having fun. And so we told our friend this. We were like, hey, she sucks. Like, she's just not fun to hang out with. And initially he was like, yo, you guys, you don't know her like I do. We were like, okay, we're just telling you our initial gut reaction as your boys. But if you say she's amazing, we're gonna let this roll. We're gonna let this ride, and we'll see how that works. And so we kind of stepped back. We didn't get overbearing with our hey, she's bad news. But every time she showed up, the bad news got worse. Like, damn, she was just not fun. But my friend was still stuck on it for some reason. And every time Emma did some bullshit, every time she broke his heart, every time she made our boy sad, every time he was just frustrated with the whole thing, we always told him, we were like, hey, man, we got you. And we're telling you, this shit is bad for you. She is bad for you. We wouldn't tell you this stuff if we didn't mean it because we're your boys. And sure enough, he kept getting back with her time and again, and shit bad kept happening bad time and again, over and over again, rinse and repeat, like an evil-ass Ferris wheel from hell named Emma. And so, eventually, they actually broke up. And when they did, we were like, hell yeah. But you can't force your friend to break up with somebody, even if you know they're a shitbag. Even if you know for a fact that this person is just like 1 positive and 99 negatives in your buddy's life. If they're dead set on them, you can't force that shit away, man. Love is blind. That shit's got no eyeballs.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is hold your friend's hand in the dark until they stop bonking their head against the fucking wall.
Kelby,
And once they're done, they're like, wow, that wall sucks. You'd be like, hell yeah, man. I feel you. And they still got you, and you still got them.
Kelby also talks about this often where he says, you know, you're always there to be friends with somebody and tell them like, hey, this is not going to work out, but also you just kind of have to let people make their own mistakes because and sometimes they even know they're making a mistake, but they're just going for it anyway.
You got to let people follow their own hearts, man. Sometimes your heart's going to steer you into some sketchy ass shit where it's like a dead end road and it's real dark out. You thought you saw some people creeping around in the bushes, but you don't know and you're mostly out of gas and it's fucked up. But that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes that's where you got to go, and all you can do is be the person that they call with the last 5% of their battery to come bring them some more gas and get them out of there. That's all you can do.
I enjoy the metaphor.
Yeah.
Everyone needs someone like Clayton in their lives. Jesus Christ.
So,
Yeah, my heart tells me like to lay down and watch another episode of Survivor. My heart doesn't say any of those things.
My heart's heavy metal, bro.
You're still watching
You're
Survivor in 2019. That's the craziest thing about this.
Me and Ashley have been binging it. We watched legitimately like 6 seasons in January alone.
Yikes. That's
All right.
Unfortunate. Hey, thank you, Captain Flowers and Kelsey, for your
Yeah.
call.
Kelsey, just continue being a good friend for your friend, and when shit goes bad, you're around. She knows you're going to be looking out. It's easy.
Thanks, Clayton. Thanks,
Hell
guys, for your
Have a good one.
advice.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right. Got 2 more calls to go, and we're running low on time. Shout outs to some people. Let's see. Blonde Squirrel for 13 months, 20 pounds of hummus for 5. Skiff Rain for 3 months. The Never. Anime Girls for Christmas for 5 months. Hi, Travis. Can you ask Ovilee which girl is best girl in the time I got reincarnated as a slime?
honestly haven't watched that. That's a Vedius anime.
I am Ethan has joined the show. Ethan, where are you calling from?
Hey, Travis, I'm calling from chilly Michigan. Just looking to see if you guys can help me find someone to cuddle up with and stay warm.
Okay, what is the picture in your Discord icon?
So that is an Indian couple who has been married. I'm pretty happy for them. I hope you're not making fun of them.
I'm not making fun of them. I'm just wondering why you have a married couple as your Discord icon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just makes me happy when I look at it. And we're in the season of love, right? So, yeah.
All right, let's get into it. As I'm very nervous about where you're going. What is your take?
So, Travis, I have a crush on a girl who I have only talked to over the internet. We're both going to TwitchCon 2019, and, anything could happen, right? So how could I possibly make this work?
So TwitchCon 2019 is until October, right?
Yeah. So I've got time, That's why I call in so early in the year, is because, I've got Love Dr. Travis to give me all the good tips, and then I can kind of ruminate on them over the year.
Okay.
Well, you're both single, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you saying? Yeah, sounds really suspicious.
Hey, dude, let's go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Mark, why don't you start us off on this one?
Yeah, Mark, take it away.
I mean, I'm thinking of more don'ts than do's right now. Don't be creepy about getting a hotel or anything like that. None of that stuff. I think those are the don'ts to avoid.
That is a very good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so have you told this person that you're interested in her?
Yeah, is there any mutual, or is it just we play games online right now?
Hey, am I allowed to say the H word?
What's that?
No, I haven't told her.
Oh,
Focus,
okay.
focus.
The hell, I see. Okay, you haven't told her. All right, we're resetting Mark's camera right now.
Yeah, try to cycle it. I don't know if it worked.
So I think, first off, you need to probably establish if what I think would be a bad idea is waiting until TwitchCon to approach this individual and share your feelings with her. I think maybe it would be better for you to have this conversation online ahead of time, because you don't want to waste that much time.
Right.
Yeah. So your best bet is to probably be direct with her and have this conversation and sort of see where she's at, ask if she's looking for anything right now and that type of stuff. Yeah, you bring it up.
So, a little bit of a side question then. How much alcohol do I take to kind of get rid of the nerves to do such a thing?
No alcohol?
To take such a feat on?
Yeah,
One shot.
Nope.
One shot? That's the answer that stands out. Mark is a really wise guy, right? So...
it's just to loosen the nerves.
Yeah.
And this is...
No alcohol. No alcohol. Just give yourself a pep talk. Captain Flowers is suggesting 2 shots, but
He's
don't...
saying 2 shots.
Yeah, but that's Flowers. That's not this guy.
Yeah,
Flowers can do that
Flowers
shit.
has
I
a
don't know about
Fireball
him.
whiskey shirt.
Well, he's also a really good analyst, so I kind of trust him.
Hitstreak is in the chat right now. So, Hitstreak says Ovilee thinks this is all a bad idea. Ovilee, what do you think?
This is a terrible idea. You're creeping me out. She's only typed to you across the internet. I've only heard your voice for about a minute or so.
Have you talked in voice comms before?
Oh, wait, did I miss that part of the story? Is it only text?
No.
Okay, what else? You said only over the internet, right? So what? FaceTime and shit, or?
No, not FaceTime, but we've definitely chatted it up.
So text?
When you say chatted it up, is this you guys have each other's Skypes or whatever and you talk in the downtime, not just playing games together, but you also just hang out online?
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
Okay, any final... Dude, we're struggling
I want to work through this. It's like a big knot. It's a knot, and we're trying to untangle this knot. So, Ovilee,
we've all
I don't know,
got
man.
time.
You're creeping me out. I don't think any girl should get near. What? Explain this to me. You're only texting her, or you're doing Skype, or you're doing Discord. Has she seen your actual face?
Yes, of course.
Why are you so
That
aggro?
voice does not make me. That voice does not make me. I don't. He creeps me out.
Do you?
All right. Well,
All right.
I'm sorry that we have ended up in this situation. Ovilee has strong opinions about this. Mark, why don't you give him some final advice?
I mean, 6 months away is a long time. It sounds like if you guys are enjoying each other's company to the point that you like just hang out in Skype for periods of time, like
Yeah.
that's a good start. I don't know if you guys have Netflix, but like watch a movie together, like sync it up, like I know that could
damn,
work.
dude. Hey, let's go.
Something like hey, you want to watch a movie? We can watch it on Netflix or something. Like I don't know exactly where your relationship's at right now, but like if you guys are already spending a fair amount of time together, like Travis is saying, maybe you can start feeling out with those kinds of questions if she's I don't know.
Right,
I don't know, Travis, you have anything else?
I think that's it. Thank you so much. I'm Ethan for the call. Any final things you want to say on the way out?
Yeah, I'd just like to shout out the 12 gang.
Okay.
Woohoo! See you later, guys.
See ya. All right. Well, off he goes.
Yeah, I wouldn't let any any girl that I know get near that.
All right. Well, good to know. We got one more caller, I think, to round things out. Thank you to Selenara for the Prime. Sangyom, who gifted 5 subs. Appreciate it. Very nice of you, Sangyom. Infinite Zero, 4 months. Kelby Mays Giggle sent a Prime. Foy for 5 months. Says hi, Travis. It's just Adrian. Thank you for the bits. Zbake05, thank you for the Prime. Sangyom gifted a sub to Smithy. Fantastic. Fantastic. Really appreciate it. Sithend Sorrows is here. Sithend, what do you want to talk about on the show?
Hi. Well, first off, I'm calling from Chicago, doing your job for you, Travis. Though I love you. Well, I kind of broke up with this guy about a month ago or so. He was super clingy. He wasn't doing anything with his life. Other reasons why we just stopped seeing each other. But when we broke up, ever since then, like, nothing's changed. He's still super clingy, coming over. I mean, whenever, like, we're smoking on the porch, we throw a cigarette butt, like, the cigarette butt will be gone by the morning, and I see him smoking it. Like, he's crazy.
Whoa.
So I don't, yeah, it's super crazy. So I do not know how to get this guy off the bat.
Jesus,
I
mean...
I assume you have no mutual friends with this person, right?
That's one of the reasons why we broke up, because I showed him to my friends, and he was just so fucking stupid. It was just really sad. Like, my friends knew before I did. They're just like, get rid of this guy. He's no good. So, I mean, I was thinking of a restraining order, but that's like way too much. And my friend who has one, it doesn't do shit for her. Like, the guy still comes over. So I just don't know what to do. It's a weird one.
Restraining order. I think you're in the right. Even if you think that your friend, it doesn't really work for your friend, like, just get one just in case. Set up cameras, try to catch him being a freaking creeper, and then hopefully you can build up enough evidence or a case to try to get some actual action taken against him.
Yeah, honestly, that's an alright idea, because it's just super fucking creepy to just, like, know you're in your bed, like, you're sleeping and you're just out there, right? Like, what the fuck's that all about, you know?
No, that's super creepy. I'm sorry you're experiencing that. Nobody should feel uncomfortable.
Have you
like
bought pepper spray or any, like, personal defense?
Well, I have a gun, so...
Oh, okay. Oh,
well, I live in Chicago, dude. Like, what do you think you're doing? You know?
I mean, I don't know just how rough it is out there in Chicago. Is there an escalate? Like, is there something you can de-escalate from a gun, like pepper spray or a stun gun or something before?
Yeah, you could get a taser on Amazon.
Yeah, I feel like I should show him the gun. Like, that might be all right, you know, like a threat.
I don't think you should do that.
No.
The scary thing about threats is that they can escalate situations versus de-escalate.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's an interesting one.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you have a personal defense thing that's not quite a I'm gonna kill this person level, that would be good as well, I think.
So straight up, like, you're right. I think what I should do, like, get the pepper spray, and when I see him out there, just show him the pepper spray, right? Because that's like a nice little threat. It's not like I have a gun, I will shoot you.
I think you just need to do talk to the proper authorities, try to get a restraining order, and as Ovilee was saying, document everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you,
all right,
for the call.
so. Oh, first off, by the way, Travis, I love your shit. I've been watching you since State of the League. I watch every single one of your videos. Ovilee, I think it's great how you've grown into the scene. I think you're a great interviewer. I love watching your shit. Mark, I've been watching you since you were like with Scar reviewing shit. I fucking love everything you do. And Captain Flowers, you're my favorite fucking announcer. You always bring a smile to my face. Always helps me out my day. You guys have a great night. Good luck to everybody else who's on this call. There's a lot of problems out there, but please keep cool. Got some good advice. And the last guy, not one shot, not two shots, bring a flask. That's what I always do. Peace.
Have a good one. Good night.
All right.
Oh, I like him. He's sweet.
All right. Well,
Captain Flower said he wanted to come on one more time.
Okay. Bring him in.
Bring
Why
him in.
not?
All right, just straight into the on-air channel.
Yeah.
All right, Captain Flower.
has to unmute.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna close your show down in style, Travis. We're gonna close this out, yeah, with some real serious, to the heart shit right now. Yeah, I'm here. Do I sound like a robot?
Yeah,
Hold
you're
on,
good.
hold on.
No,
I
you're
have the
good.
stream
You're
volume
good.
still on. I'm
We're
hearing
all
myself.
waiting
Stop
for what
yelling
you're
at
gonna
me.
say.
Okay, wonderful. There. Now that I'm not interrupting myself. All right, Travis. I'm sure you've got this problem too. You know, you're just out there. You're trying to live your wholesome life, and then everybody only hits you up because you got a stellar fucking chin. They're just sending you weird messages on Twitter saying, "Hey, be my dad." They're sending you goofy ass shit on League of Legends too. Some shit that I'm not gonna post here because it's PG. How do I let people know I'm not just a piece of meat?
Ah. Okay, I thought you were coming in with like a statement or a philosophy. I didn't know you were coming in as now the caller.
No, I'm a caller.
I say that
Buy a
you
pair of
have-
glasses. You buy a pair of glasses.
Some glasses?
Yeah, you just
Okay.
buy some glasses. You're not just a piece of meat. As soon as you
Have
put
you
glasses on
have
there.
you thought about gaining weight?
I'm eating Taco Bell and whiskey right now.
All right,
We're
so
trying.
you're already on a
Travis.
great path.
Yeah,
you
see,
really-
that's what I want. All I want is a girl who wants to go on romantic moonlit walks to Taco Bell and listen to heavy metal in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah,
you could try and get on The Bachelor. I've been watching The Bachelor, and that seems pretty successful.
Wasn't there a girl who literally lied about having an Australian accent? That's pretty. I'd probably marry her, dude. That's funny.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's what you just need to lock yourself down. Like that's and then be very public about it. Do one of those things where you put the person on in your Twitter profile.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like you find a girl and then just or guy, I don't care, and put their @ handle in your Twitter profile, and then people know you're locked down, and then they won't harass you as much.
Wait, is that fixing his? I thought his problem was that people saw Captain Flowers as a piece of meat.
Yeah, I think he's tired of everybody hitting him up and saying uncomfortable things to him.
No, because that just inspires him to go even weirder shit. Because then the only ones that are gonna message you are gonna be the really hard weirdos, and then you got more problems.
Okay, then again,
Wait,
you
so-
really
problems.
need to let yourself go. That's the only
Maybe
way
I
you're gonna get around
misunderstood.
this.
I thought the problem was people are seeing you as a piece of meat, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. Using,
I want to be
they're not looking for
appreciated
real.
for my personality, Mark.
You want a real,
Yeah.
authentic relationship.
All I can tell you is
follow Kelsey's advice from earlier.
all I can tell you
Kelsey's
is
advice from earlier. I was at Taco Bell.
wait, you were here. All I can
No,
tell
I
you
posted
is
some random shit in the chat just because I was at Taco Bell in between my order and I had to fill my time.
all I can tell you is whenever I'm dating anyone, I have no doubts that they're dating me for my personality and nothing else. So again, highly recommend you.
You're not supposed to flame yourself, Travis. What the fuck?
My whole
It's
career is me
self-aware.
flaming myself. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't help you on this. As much as you want to say that I'm, I can relate to you. I can't really relate to you.
Travis, you're coming into this show. You're marketing this shit as some like Dr. Love shit. Where's my prescription, bro?
Well, I mean, you're one in a.
I prescribed you glasses.
You're one in a billion. I can't. We can't help everyone. Your situation is so unique. Ovilee, you got anything for him?
Yeah.
Where's
Flowers,
my weep shit?
Flowers, listen.
I
I
be more of a
was
sun
told
deer or a
that I
yam deer?
cannot use weep shit anymore, or I will be kicked off the show.
Well, it's ending anyways, so just
It's ending
fucking get
anyway.
kicked off.
All right.
Exactly. After this, the
Ooh.
show's
Just get kicked off.
It's like getting kicked out of a movie theater during the credits. Who cares?
Yeah, right.
All right. Okay. So this is what you're gonna do. So there's this anime. It's called Maria X Holic. And basically, it's about this boy who's trying to win a bet with his twin sister of who could like live their life better. So what he does is he dresses up as a girl and goes to an all-girls high school. So what you need to do is you need to get yourself a wig, a nice dress, and a nice big old pair of fake boobaroos.
Ovilee, I can't do that sneaky shit. My jawline's too masculine. It doesn't work.
This sounds like a fast way to get like a restraining order or kind of thing, like
Restraining order, then people can't get near him or contact him anymore.
No, Ovilee, this
can't go near playgrounds.
Ovilee, you have some ideas that I have to monk pretty hard sometimes at them, but this one is like hella boosted. Like, what are you doing?
Then people aren't commenting on you for your masculine appearance.
Yeah, they're commenting on me for being in jail.
Yeah.
But it does solve your problem.
That's how I like all my problems. I like solving all my problems by creating a bigger problem.
That's how I live my life.
Oh man, my car's got a flat tire. Well, I drove it into the ocean.
Oh fuck! Whoops. Guess I'm not worried about the wheels no more.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Actually, Captain Flower is the one person you might be able to talk to about this. Unfortunately, I hear he's busy doing something else right now. But Kobe, you could hit him up. He can probably give you some great advice on. You know, he's also got a great jawline, and I'm sure a lot of people view him as a piece of meat. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit up my boy Kobe. Next duo cast we have. We'll have some great
In the middle
downtime
of it.
between the team fights banter. Just you wait.
Wait until it's like an Optic Golden Guardians game, and then you got to fill time.
You gotta just.
All right, bro.
I'm all about changing the aesthetic, Captain Flowers. Get some glasses. Get some black turtlenecks. No more Fireball whiskey.
You want me to look like
t-shirts.
fucking Steve Jobs?
And a dress.
Yes. Did anyone think Steve Jobs was a meathead? It's all about aesthetic. Just change your aesthetic.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Captain Flowers, for the call.
All right, yeah. Thanks for having me on. Good luck, y'all. Good luck, Twitch chat. I hope you all find Valentine's.
Yeah.
God bless.
Have a good one. All right. So, Mark, what do you got for us here at the end of the show?
I don't know, dude.
What's the takeaway? What did we learn here tonight?
We learned we shouldn't have hosted this show. There's potentially an offline TV video coming out, but it's just the unboxing from the end of our stream, but like chefed up a little bit with some editing. We'll see if D&D comes out this week. That's still in a bit of a holding pattern. If other than those two things, I don't think I have anything else coming in the pipelines.
Yeah. Ovilee?
Me and Flowers just uploaded our, or not full, but highlighted playthrough of Amnesia. It's filled with a lot of screaming and throwing objects at windows. So you guys should check that out on my YouTube. Type in Ovilee and Amnesia.
For me, I want to thank everyone for watching this. Thank you to Ateo for sponsoring the show. One more time, if you can do !Ateo in the chat, there's a link that will pop up. Go check out the giveaway that we're doing with them. You can win a bomber jacket. They just came out with them last week. A bomber jacket for you and your Valentine. If you don't have a Valentine, what a great way to give it to somebody else that you care about in your life. If there's no one else that you care about in your life, you can sell it on eBay. But yeah, just !Ateo. And now through Valentine's Day, you can use code AteoLove for 10% off your order. Stick around on the stream because I'm just going to hang out and chat and show you guys a video that I've been working on. And I want to thank both Ovilee and Mark for doing this. And thank you, Ateo, for taking the risk on this. I still don't know if it was worth the risk, but man, we got a lot of crazy calls tonight.
Yeah, this was interesting.
Yeah.
We
had so many famous people in the chat. Steve is here right now. Smithy was here earlier. We had a million people. Hit streak.
Yeah, got a retro on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's have we'll
I
get
think
lunch
I went
and talk
from, like-
about whether or not this was a good idea.
I went from nervous to share opinions or give advice to I'm pissed at everyone. So I kind of escalated a little too quickly.
Okay, well, yeah, that's...
I have fun. I would do it again.
Wait, you just said we need a retro on it.
Yeah, once you retro on it.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve, for the 100 bits. Oh, Sangion sent 1,500 bits. Says, best show on Twitch right now. Thanks for being great, Travis, Ovilee, Mark, and Cap. Yeah, I like... Maybe in the future we get Captain Flowers on the show, but we keep him chained up in one of these boxes, and then we just, like, unleash him it's like break in case of emergency. If suddenly the call is going crazy, we just unleash him, and then he comes in here and saves it.
Does that de-escalate a situation? I think.
Well, it's like driving the car into the ocean whenever it's got a flat tire. This is what.
Oh, right. We just make a bigger problem.
Sir Cattle, thank you for the 16 months. Ryan DB, thank you for the 4. Nutella Banana, thank you 3. This was probably the only ever episode of Hotline Love. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the show.